Scott, I look like I'm a school shooter. I probably shouldn't say that on the sponsored stream. No, don't allow this device to access videos or whatever you said. I don't remember what you said. Alright. At here. Oh, yeah. See, anything silly to deal with? No. Still need to steal slammers, but still haven't gotten to it. I probably should get to it sometime soon, right? But James needs to play the dang game. Dang it, James. Dang it, James. Alright, let's just keep farming Izumo, I guess. Can't go wrong if we just keep farming it. Hi, killer. I am tired. Work was a wee bit too stressful. Which is kind of silly for a random ass day. It was literally like no like releases or anything set for today. Nothing, but for some reason.
Bigger.
We did not get, well, it wasn't even like that busy. It was just that like we'd have like every time it would be like there's one person in the store, they'd have like a trade or there'd be something that makes the transaction take so long that we didn't get any like reprieve at all.
Take a look.
It was great.
Incense.
My favorite.
Watch this magic trick.
So I don't think stream's gonna be going that long. I might just honk and sleep like last night, but shorter.
Everyone, expand your thinking.
But that would mean I don't catch the stream when it drops.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
But I could just save it for tomorrow.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Open sesame. Watch it crumble.
But hopefully you're doing well, killer. I don't remember if I said anything about that. I mean, if it rolls a crit stat, it's not bad. This is good. And I don't care about Izumo.
Expand your thinking.
Ouch.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Nothing but a war.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Not what I'm looking for.
Open sesame. Everything in this world
Fleetang.
is bleeding.
With this divine power, I reforge all things. To the soul.
Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Break effect. At least those substats were pretty poo, so I'm not really that worried about losing good substat luck, if that were even like a thing to worry about here.
Expand your thinking. Guiding the West Wind, away we go! Everything in this world is bleeding.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Open sesame.
Ooh, kill him.
Watch it
Ooh,
grow.
kill him. Oh, cool.
Stubborn one. Expand your thinking. Guiding the West Wind, away we go! Everything in this world is bleeding.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Guiding the West Wind, away we go! Everything in this world
Bleeding.
is
Oh my
bleeding.
god.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Endless riddles.
Nothing but
Nothing
work.
but a void.
Alright, last one after this. It's poo. Eh. Are we being for real right now, Roko? Are we being so for real on God right now?
Not
Open
happening,
sesame.
dog. Not happening, big dog.
So tiring.
How are you?
Everything in this world
Bleeding.
is bleeding.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Gunshot. Drop top.
To the soul.
Endless riddles.
Nothing but work.
Nothing but a void.
Why bad pieces? Why bad pieces? Why are we two doing this
Be
to
grateful
Max?
for all this clamor.
Okay.
That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
No thoughts, head empty. Sorry, Anasa. Don't mean to disappoint, but this is a pretty thoughtless endeavor here. Version 3.2 satisfaction. Alright, to my account. Yes, I might just end after doing my dailies, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kinda just wanna lie down. And that way I'd be able to start stream tomorrow earlier. Because I don't have work. I don't think I work again until Wednesday. Although I say that, I do say that. I'm sure now that I said that I'll get called in on like fucking Mother's Day. Roar 2 will keep you up? I don't think so. I'm gonna be so for real. My feet hurt. What was I even checking for? Oh. Yeah, vignettes in a cup. Not now. But how are you doing, Killer? Phoenix gonna call you slurs in general? He's gonna do that anyway. Like, what? His threat level is down here. He's the boy who cried slurs. Like, I don't...
Time to cleanse the field. Unite our goals. Myriad colors first. Ninjutsu secret technique, dazzling obliteration. Flee! Eternal.
Just stating a fact? Yeah, I know.
Enjoying yourself?
Why are we shooting?
All will be swept away by the wind.
Everything in this world.
Oh, but in
It's
good
bleeding.
news, I did get a free Sunday at Dairy Queen. Once I got out of work.
Ninjutsu secret technique, dazzling
Because
obliteration.
the other night I got Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
And
Dream vanished.
my order took long enough that they're like, hey, here's a couple coupons. Because I probably looked like I was pissed off, but I really wasn't.
Is bleeding.
Because like it took a while, but like
Clouds scattered.
I don't care.
All will be swept away
So I
by
got a
the
free
wind.
hot fudge sundae that I ate there.
Let us dance once
'Cause
more.
I needed that.
Brocade ink painting.
Like mentally, not
Secret
physically.
technique, dazzling obliteration.
Definitely do not. Anyway.
Time to cleanse the field.
Share good fortunes.
Myriad colors first. Ninjutsu secret technique, dazzling obliteration. Flee!
Existence is unity.
Everything in this world is bleeding. Ninjutsu secret technique, dazzling obliteration.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Yeah.
Dream
But I did
vanished.
too. Had a booty day at work one day and still bought Wendy's after work.
Ninjutsu secret
I think it was
technique, dazzling
Wednesday I
obliteration.
got Dairy Queen.
Be of your body and mind.
So chicken
Everything in
tendies.
this world is
But it took a
bleeding.
while. That's giving me the coupons.
All will
I
be
was
swept
low-key
away by the
scared
wind.
because when I was leaving the Dairy Queen on Wednesday,
Let us
I
dance
looked at
once
the
more.
coupons and it said something like expires like October 14th, 2024. I'm like,
Ninjutsu secret technique,
they gave me
dazzling obliteration.
this thing. Then I realized like when I handed it to them today, they literally just took the coupon and put it back into a pile of coupons, so they just cycle through it. Which
Time
makes
to
sense.
cleanse the field. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Unite our goals.
Brocade ink painting.
Eternal. All will be swept away by the wind.
Useless.
Clouds scattered.
But yeah, for reference of how stupid today was,
Ninjutsu secret
there was a
technique,
couple
dazzling
and their kid
obliteration.
who came in.
Yeah.
We're gonna buy like 5 games
Everything in this world
between PS4 and PS5,
Dream
and they were
vanished.
trading in an Xbox.
Let us dance once more.
so I start doing the trade-in, or like you gotta test it
Share good
obviously.
fortunes.
It has an update, and we kind of need to do the update to test like online stuff.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Just test the
Everything
console in
in this
general.
world
4.4
is
gig update. So sat through that
Ninjutsu, secret technique, dazzling
for a long
obliteration.
while.
All will be swept
Eventually
away by
got
the
done.
wind.
Be a
And then I'm
pure
like,
body
okay,
and
no,
lost.
okay, so now that we're testing it, the controller clearly has an issue where it's just
Everything
not
in this world
staying connected.
Is bleeding.
They had to have not turned it on in years. The fuck, yeah. It was in decent enough condition. But the controller was like not maintaining a connection with a cable.
Technique, dazzling obliteration.
And I tried multiple cables. I'm like,
Time to cleanse
okay,
the filth.
gave
Unite
them a
our
bunch of
goals.
different options. Like, hey, you can either
Let us dance
sell it without the
once more.
controller and it'll be this, or you can buy a controller and it'll be
Cloud scatter.
discounted and it'll be this.
Yes.
And I had to
Everything
go
in
like
this
back and
world
forth because our system for
is
doing
bleeding.
console trades is so bad. It's so bad, especially at this
Dream
location,
vanished.
because we have a
Eternal.
little tiny screen that we
Be
test
of your
consoles
body
on,
and mind.
and then we have a big
All will be
screen
swept away by
where
the
we
wind.
like scroll through shit with the touch screen
Ninjutsu, secret
for like
technique,
actually
dazzling
like
obliteration.
verifying. Oh yeah, the console turns on. Oh yeah, it connects to Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, they're not
Let
banned
us
on it or
dance
whatever.
once more.
And so at this store, we end up having to like run back and forth in between these two
All will be
monitors.
swept away by the wind.
And if you get
Time
to the
cleanse
end
filth. Everything
for the
in this
trade, since
world
updates for you actually usually take only like
is
15 minutes a
bleeding.
month, they had to be multiple updates.
Share good fortunes.
It took a while, but also our internet at the store is not meant to be used for
Existence is
updates.
unity. Cloud
Obviously, like
Ninjutsu, secret
it's
technique,
meant to just be
dazzling
like
obliteration.
for the trial systems to be used on it, and like just checking that it connects to internet, obviously. So the Wi-Fi is pretty slow that we use to test. So when an update happens, it tends to take a while. I want to say that was like half an hour of just waiting.
Dazzling and converging flames.
But so I go through it, and I'm like explaining, hey, so, we put the system with this purchase of these games, and it'll deduct some of the money. And I also remember explaining, just because like GameStop Pro was like, it was like a $5 upgrade to get GameStop Pro, just because it was fucking increasing the value of the trades and decreasing the value of the games they were buying. And I remember going back and forth, like
Dazzling
telling
and
them,
converging flames.
like, oh yeah, this is with Pro, it's like $5 extra instead of $25. This is without it. And then she's like, oh no, we wanted to get cash for the console. And I'm like, okay, so you want to get less money for the console. Like, you're spending like $60 on these games, so you can get like 36 cash instead of spending like $20 on these games. Are we being for real? And then like after even more time of that, because I remember having to like go back and scan. It's also fucked because there's a QR code that pops up on the little monitor. How people don't get that most places you don't want cash. Well, here when people come in to trade a console for cash, I get it. But when you're buying other stuff here, there's no what are you talking about? But it gets better because I remember having to like scan multiple times because the thing is on the
Dazzling and
register
converging flames.
there's like multiple sections when we're doing transactions. There's like purchases, trades, and returns. I think there's something else in the middle that I don't remember. If I'm on purchases and I scan the QR code that the screen brings up, it'll put it as a purchase, even though that's supposed to be like a trade exclusive thing. So then I do that, I'm like, oh, I get back, and the thing is I'm doing it on a register where the scanner is plugged in. The middle scanner, because we have 3 different registers, we don't use the one on the far left. The middle scanner has a wireless scanner, which is great. The one on the right, it's wired. So I have to like reach around my coworker to get it scanned, and I'm like scanning like 18 separate ways, going like whoa, whoa. And it just eventually it works, and it works a different way each time. It's just an entire headache. And then eventually they go, yeah, we'll just not trade it. And I'm pretty sure we were right next door to another place. I'm pretty sure they went to take it there. And my coworker like looks at me as they're walking on. She's like, they're gonna get so much less on that. So yeah, we waited like that 30 minutes for the update. Went back and forth checking like, oh yeah, if you buy this is our cheapest controller available that we can put on here. If you buy this, like just scanning back and forth, only for them to not trade it in. I literally just updated their console for them and sold them games, is what that transaction was. What that 45-minute transaction was. And then they came back like half an hour later because they got the wrong NBA 2K. They got it on they got it new on PS4 when they wanted it pre-owned on PS5. Oh, and then there was some guy that came in with some pops. If Eli was here, I think he'd be like putting a gun to his head. He's like, I'd like to return these. And I'll be so dead ass, I didn't even know pops were refundable. I'm like, oh, what was up with them? He's like, I can't afford it. And like this motherfucker bought like 2 copies of one of them. Like, like how bad do you have to be with your money management? This is coming from me. That you have to go back, and he purchased them like 3 hours away from this location. And I remember I started up the transaction and it wasn't scanning the barcode on the receipt for the longest time. And it's like, oh my god. And it was 2 separate transactions, or 2 separate transactions that he got these pops from. And one of them was where he got 2 copies of the exact same one. That one was fine. Then the other one, in that transaction, he had done another pop return. So this is not something new. And then bought this one that he's trying to return. But I can't scan the receipt. Eventually my coworker took over that. And like, I want to say like half an hour later, she's like, oh yeah, this barcode just will not work. Some people are just that bad with their money. Like there was like a gap in the barcode that like, it was obviously like a printing error. And like, we even have our website, or like a website where we like keep track of customer purchases as long as they have an account with us. And it was incorrect on the website. On the website, on that date for that transaction, it was showing that he bought the thing that he returned and nothing else. So I couldn't even use that. And so that was an instance where my coworker was dealing with that for a long time. Oh my god, and like, it was just this over and over and over again. I was only there for like 4.5 hours. But it felt like a 12-hour shift. Which, like, I don't even think... Yeah, no, I definitely didn't even work a 12-hour shift during Black Friday. Like, well, also to be fair, Black Friday, I don't think I was working registers. Well, that week, I don't think I was working registers, because I was still a holiday, and they didn't want to train people on registers at the time. They changed their mind about that very soon after, but... Like, there was one guy that came in with PSA-graded cards, because we do take those in for purchase. And both of the registers were low on money. And I knew the one that I started at would not have enough cash because of a return I did earlier. Or was it? It was either a return or change. Like someone bought something for like $30 with a $100 bill. And so the change was low in that drawer. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm gonna move us over to this drawer. And normally you can like pause a transaction or suspend it and then move it over. Sometimes it just doesn't like that, depending on what's in the transaction. Like some trades it won't. And in this case, trading PSA cards. So I had to restart there. And then the weird thing is, the way we take it in on the register, we like scan the back of the card, and then it'll bring up an image of the card, as well as like put a ton of details of like what to look for to make sure it's a real PSA graded card. When I did it on the register that I knew for a fact would not have enough money, everything was fine. Image was fine, everything. But I, like, by the time I already got, like, the amount of money that, like, he'd get for the trade, I'm like, oh, yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah, I want cash. I'm like, oh, God, I don't have enough in this register. So that's when I swapped it over. But on that register, for whatever reason, it doesn't show the image. It, like, says 404 not found. And the thing that's fucked is that the first time I did it, first time I, took in PSA graded cards, which was only like Wednesday, I think. No, Tuesday. It was Tuesday. My different coworker at the time told me that we have to make sure the images show up. So I'm like, oh god, is it not gonna take it now? Obviously it should, because the image showed up on the right one. But that was annoying. My coworker's like, no, that's fine, that's fine. But then it got great because my coworker's like, oh, I don't think that drawer will have enough money either. So we had to, for our safe, you put the code in, you have to wait 10 minutes. I have genuinely no idea if that's a standard or not. I'm just saying that's how ours is. We wait. I'm just sitting there. The guy's like kind of like looking around. Thankfully, he was patient as shit. I'd say thankfully most of the customers were pretty patient, which is miraculous. But it was great because at that time there plenty more people walked in. This was when people decided, oh yeah, let's go to GameStop today, guys. So that was really fun. And by the time it opened, my coworker's like, yeah, it's just in this bag or whatever. And I hit the button for cash, and I look in the register, there's enough. So we didn't even have to wait that long for that register. So I was pissed off there. I was very pissed off there. Not actually very pissed off, it's just very big annoyance. And then I think the biggest one, my coworker dealt with for the most part. But like even when those were done, there was still like some stuff post that. Because I would still have to like clean off. There was another trade I did later. I would still have to clean off the console, make sure the stickers are where they need to be, the box is taped up and stuff. I'd be like alternating between that and taking transactions. And same goes for the cards. And I didn't know how to pack up the cards because that hadn't been something I was taught by that one coworker. But one guy came in with a portal, the PlayStation Portal. Never get the PlayStation Portal, by the way. I have yet to see someone like buy a portal and keep it. Do not bother. But he and the person who sold it to him, like earlier that day, were under the impression that you could play games on the portal without a PlayStation 5, which is partially true. You have to have the highest tier subscription for PlayStation, which he had. And then it is a select few beta games that count.
Dazzling and converging flames.
So that's very annoying. And the other thing is that earlier that day he traded in his PS5 for the Portal. And there was a whole, like, thing going on that my coworker had to deal with of figuring out how to, like, inverse that prior transaction, basically, while still giving him his money. And our system did not like it. Our system was not a fan.
Dazzling and converging flames.
I don't know the whole story of it. I just know that our system made it as difficult as possible, and she tried calling a few of our coworkers who didn't respond, who would have probably been able to help, or texting them, and then ended up just calling, like, the district manager, I think, to eventually get there. But there was a point where she was calling our customer service, and it was so bad. Like, I think it was a combination of our phone had to have been low on batteries or something. Like, it was just fucked. But also, like, it's an old lady, foreign accent in a call center. So she was having a very fun time trying to understand this woman. It was a time. It was certainly a time. I can say that much. Oh boy. Whew. I'm glad it's over. Alright, another poll, another day, another poll, another day, another poll, another poll, another day. Also, my allergies were messed up all day. And I took allergy medicine before going to work. Like, a decent amount. So, fun times. What's really funny, though, is that yesterday, I feel like there shouldn't have been... Okay, you know what? I think I know why it was so different between yesterday and today. Yesterday was hot as hell, so I imagine most people didn't want to show up. Today was pretty normal weather. But, like, yesterday, I deadass, like, had time to, like, find an emulator on my phone and get, like, Soul Silver and shit running. Couldn't get any, ROM hacks to work. Unfortunate, but I literally had time to do that and test it out and stuff. Today, not so much. Today, not so much at all. But I think I might just let the end of stream single rock, even though it's only been like 33 minutes. Because I kind of just want to go to bed. And then stream can start early tomorrow with me probably reacting to the live stream, I'd say. And then I can do like Fire Emblem / Risk of Rain / Cocaine, whatever goes my way. But let me see first before I do anything. Twitch, please mute yourself. Oh man. Okay. Now that I've ranted, yeah, let's get Anaxa, I think. Or rather, let's lose Anaxa to Blade. Or Wealth of Humanity, perhaps. I'm thinking. Yeah, because we're only at 36 pity. I set 36 pity. Yep, let's let it rock. 37 today. Before I go, I'm gonna check my warp tracker real quick because I wonder what my some of my other stats are looking like. Also, apparently Mango got another upgrade. I don't know. So, yeah, Petra, we're already done. I just came to do my dailies. You missed me ranting. No. No, I don't think so. But how are you doing, Peter? Yeah, Petra. Work was a bitch. I'd go through it again, but like I already went through it once. It was just a headache of just one thing after another for what should have been a short and easy stream, short and easy shift. But how are you doing tonight, Petra? No way stream is this short, dog. Yes. Yes. Not even doing chef run, Peter. Yerp. Yerp. Student loan cannot be this low. You're right, it's very high. Petra, you want to pay me to keep going? Because I'm just thinking I'd go to bed. And then start an earliest stream tomorrow. Are we being for real? Are we being on God here? Well, here's my warp tracker stats. It didn't even show up. Never mind. It's short. Okay.
Make this 13-hour brisket your right now brisket.
It's not sounding short. Uh-oh. Zenless game. Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you, killer. But yeah, short and simple. Work was a bleh. And I won't go beddy bye. And that doesn't mean I'm gonna be missing the 3.3 live stream, so I'll probably be reacting to that tomorrow once I start. Okay, I'm here now. Well, I'm not going to be here now, Zane. What do you mean short stream? I mean stream's gonna be ending like now. Cause work was pooey. I wanna go to bed. We're done. Wrap it up. Pack it up, everyone. 30-minute off stream. No, 40-minute off stream, Petra. Get it right. But I'll probably be reacting to the 3.3 live stream tomorrow. Like, start a stream, I'd say. Okay, I heard 24-hour stream at 50 subs, right, Max? I did say that, didn't I? I did say that, did I not? Huh. I won't just because you already said you have work, and I shouldn't. Oh, I don't have work tomorrow. I was saying I just got off of work. Maybe I shouldn't have clarified on the Lokes. But no, work just sucked. He doesn't have work tomorrow. He just sleepy, yeah. The thing is, yeah, I don't think I'm actually doing anything tomorrow. Hence why I was gonna say early streamish tomorrow. Probably not today though. Recession hit and all that. Valid as fuck. Valid real as shit. So hence early-ish stream tomorrow because I don't think I have anything going on tomorrow. Although I won't be surprised if I get woken up early to move my car. But then Saturday I'm probably gonna have to get up early-ish. Both to get my mom's stuff for Mother Day and also Prismatic ETB with my discounts after getting paid tomorrow. Yes, Petra, yes. Wart. I can hit that 50 sub right now. Can you, Petra? Can you truly? I thought Anonymous could hit it, not you. Found a mug with a hole in the handle because it comes with a spoon. Got that for Mother's Day. That's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna get my mom some cupcakes, probably. I'll stay for a little while longer, so I can at least double explain why, not stream. I keep almost saying stream instead of, work. No guaranteed Max gonna continue cream. I can guarantee I can at least yap if you're gonna spend money. I'm not just gonna end if you fucking start spending money, dog. So basically, I already said this earlier, but, it wasn't even that crazy busy. It was just that, like, it would be, like, single instances of, like, 1 to 2 people, like, having something that takes way too fucking long. For example, there was a couple that came in with their kid, bought, like, 5 games, 4 of them pre-owned, and a console. They bought 5 games, and then they came in to trade a Xbox Series S. No, Xbox One S. And trading in consoles is already a headache. I'm not good at it, and it takes a while to begin with, even if you're good at it. But this console had an update. 4.4 gigs.
Give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money.
Killer_Kigyar wasted 1 bits. I raise you a single cent to do a chef run.
Oh, you got me to... No. That cent's just gonna fuel my yap here. if my brain is able to keep up. So yeah, 4.4 gig update. I want to say it took like half an hour to 45 minutes. And I just kind of had to wait there. I think I did like 1 or 2 transactions in the meantime. But like, can't really do much else while it's doing that. And then our system for dealing with trade-ins, 4.4 gig took half an hour. Our Wi-Fi sucks ass. Our Wi-Fi pretty bad. Because it is not meant to be updating stuff. It is meant to be like the bare minimum. So that we can check that console. Oh yeah, the console turns on. The console has like the ability to connect to the Wi-Fi. It's not meant for updates. But also it might have taken longer than that. I actually cannot. It might have been longer, it might have been shorter. I'm just giving you a rough estimate. I don't actually remember. I wasn't keeping track. I wouldn't dare keep track. But our store system that we have to use for trade-ins sucks. For controllers, it's fine because we have like a monitor by the registers, and then we have a thing that's plugged into the system, or plugged into the system for that monitor, and we just plug the controller in, and we can test it. And then once we're done testing it, it'll pull up the prices that we can offer. And then we select whatever one, whether the customer is pro or not, and it'll have a QR code that we scan. That part sucks, because if you're on the one to the far right, the monitor is on the left. And the register on the right it has a wired scanner. So you have to reach around the middle register to scan it. And it hates scanning it. Scanning a QR code on that monitor is hell on earth. Until it isn't. But most of the time it is. And then you'll do like 18 different motions with it, and then this one will work, and then this one will work. It's the most inconsistent thing imaginable. But for consoles, it's even worse. Because the thing we plug our consoles into to test is basically on the opposite end, not of the store, but of like the register area. So like we have all the drawers behind us where we keep the games and like put stuff on the like actual like, oh my god, I can't even brain on the surface of it. And so to the far right, we have a tiny little screen. Like, imagine like a GPS on your car. Like that's how small the screen is. Works so bad, can't even unwind with classic Roron. Real quick, have you seen the fucking things about Mr. Foxy and Cook? Are we talking about it won't? Yeah. He's so silly, it never will. Yeah, the memes are great. The memes are fantastic. The fucking Waveman thumbnail is insane. But so imagine for a moment if Ninja got a load taper fade. Imagine the cash wrap, so like with the registers here, and the monitor is like on the left, middle left, and then behind it the drawers. The little monitor, far right side on the drawers. So for testing consoles, we still have to use that one monitor. It doesn't have to be connected to the system, but we have to go through like a checklist on this monitor. And that's stuff like, does the console turn on? Is the console bug infested? Does the console connect to Wi-Fi? Is any user banned? Stuff like that. As well as like testing the controller that it comes with. So for consoles, it's funnily enough, the other store I'll work at, thank you, Killer. me quickly do this. Who the hell is... Oh, it's Chica, by the way! Oh my god! Okay, so the Bronya, level 80. S2, dance, dance, dance. Pretty guard. The crit damage is dog. The speed is bad. Oh, because the set's not fully kitted out. What would she run? Would she run just the full new set? The new Sunday set? No, she'd probably run half and half, right? I don't know. Keel's probably fine. Full nude set? No, new Sunday set. Although I wouldn't mind. I forget what this even is. Oh, it's E1 as well. That's good. The Boot Hail. Oh, not the Yanqing Cone. Talia. Does he run physical damage? Yeah, he definitely probably runs physical damage. Then just double break. Makes sense. What's the break effect? 204? That's pretty gourd. 134 speed. 57, 77. It's probably fine. I don't remember blade points. Blade break points. Mighty S1. How much HP? 8.5k. These are some stats, my friending. God damn. Chica doesn't have Sunday, does he? How much crit rate does Mighty get for free? What is it, like 42? So that's pretty good. That's actually pretty good, isn't it? Blady Poo. S3 Secret Vow. Traces aren't maxed out. Pretty slow. Good HP. The crit rate leaves a lot to be desired. Galagor. S3. 510. 710. Oh, it's only E1. Mighty was the whole reason he came back to the game. Valid. Breaks a little low. What about Castor of Ice? I didn't even realize Chica got Castorus. It's 48% free. Yeah, fair enough. S4 memory curtain, okay. 99 speed. Oh no, Chica. Chica, no. Wait, this is in battle speed, isn't it? Right? Or does Memory's Curtain Never Fall apply before battle? Because that's the case, that kind of sucks, because you lose out on the free stat on some of the free stats from the Poet set. And looking at these stats, that's not great. But also the relics aren't fully leveled. In fact, some of them aren't leveled at all. Traces aren't maxed out either. The relic set only cares about before battle. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is this 99 speed being calculated from memory? And by that I mean, does memory only count after battle, and does Enka show like after battle, but like purely from the character's self-contained like things? Is what I'm asking. Because I remember, doesn't Memory's Curtain have speed in it? Or something? Or am I stupid? No, this is all before battle? Damn. That's unfortunate. Alright, so Chica's getting hard carried by Mighty is what I'm seeing. And then Bronya when she's built. Alright, let me... Actually, you know, I'll fucking never mind. Somax, yes, Peter. Euros. Have you seen my Castoria? No. Let me flex my incredible warp tracker. Top 15.9% in character warp. Bottom 23% in 5-star luck. Top 15% in rate up luck. Top 2.8 in 4-star luck. I don't know what's going on here. Stellar warp. Top 13.5 total warps. Bottom 21% in 5-star luck. Top 2.6% in 4-star luck. My 4-star luck is weirdly fucking consistent. And then Lightcone, I'm in the top 21%. I don't know how that's possible. I really don't pull light cones enough. Because I prioritize getting new characters. 5-star luck sucks. My rate up luck is dead even. I guess just more people kind of lean a little bit higher than the average. Then my 4-star luck's lucky. The FGO missions for Ordeal, I have no idea anything about them. Yeah, I haven't gotten early since Sunday, and that was after losing. So I don't even know if I'd call that an early. My latest early, really, I'd consider Sparkle. It takes over 2 years to get full beast class on a character. Those missions give me enough to finish Hoku Saber and then cap out 2 of Go's cards. Goddamn. Oh, okay, but what I was saying earlier about the console thing sucking. So, you end up running back and forth between the monitor where you do the checklist and the console where you're actually checking. So, remember, to put it back into perspective, 30 minutes of waiting for the update, then I was able to test it. And it's at this point that I discover, wow, okay, so this controller kind of sucks, and it sucks in one of the ways that our system won't detect as defective. Because our system will detect, like, oh, stick drift. Oh, this button isn't getting pressed. Oh, your vibration doesn't work. Or like, oh, the stick doesn't go all the way. Stuff like that. It doesn't detect if the controller has, like, difficulty, like, maintaining connection with a cord. Which is exactly what this one was. So that was a bit more of a headache. And so then I had to kind of, like, go back and forth between the register and the monitor. Because we have to, once you finish everything with the checklist, it shows you a QR code that you have to scan on the register. And that's, again, where I had to reach over register 2 and scan awkwardly. But there's, like, 2 separate ways to do it. One, you could do it if, like, the controller's fucked. One is to have the customer, like, pay to get a controller for the console, because we have to package it with a controller. And there's, like, a discount to that, so they're not paying full price. Or to just sell it as though it was missing a controller. And I'm pretty sure buying the controller's cheaper. I actually don't remember, because I had to go back and forth so many times. Because if you close out, if you hit OK when that QR code is visible, you have to start over. If you were to have to go back. And I had to do that every time I wanted to check what the price was if you did it this way versus the price if you did it that way. So that was really fun. And then the icing on the cake. They decided not to do the trade. Like 45 minutes to an hour of that shit, and then they don't do the trade. And that's just one transaction that was like that. Yeah, it's not great. They probably saw you were fuming. I like to imagine I kept my cool. I feel like I'm more angry about it now than I was then, personally. I'd like to say. But I wouldn't be surprised if I had a resting bitch face, just because, like, I had to sit through that update. It was honestly... And also, I didn't sell a pro. So my numbers went down. No, my numbers! Which, the part that really sucks is that, with that is literally... They would have paid, like, $5 extra to get pro instead of the normal 25, just because of all the shit it was discounting and stuff. If they did the trade-in instead of paying what they did. And instead, so they could have traded it in and spent, like, I want to say $32 to get the games they were getting and pro. Instead, they spent $60 and didn't do the trade. And didn't get pro. Fun times. But then another guy came in with some pops. And he wanted to return them. I'm like, oh, why are you returning them? Some wrong with them or something? Or get the wrong one? And he's like, no, I can't really afford it. Okay. And it's really awesome because one of the ones he was doing for a return, he had a bag, 2 of the same pop. Like, I don't... How poor control of your money do you have to be? 1, to be buying pops. 2, to buy 2 of the same pop when you cannot financially handle that $15 purchase. But so that double pop, easy return. But there was another pop he had that for some reason, everything physically possible on making the transaction as difficult as possible seemed to happen. Because the receipt showed that he traded in a specific pop and bought that one. So this was a week ago as well. So within the period that we can do these like money back exchanges. But the receipt wouldn't scan. Meaning I won't be able to do a return. And so I'm like, oh, okay, you know what, I'll check on this website that we have that like tracks customers' purchases so that like, oh, we don't have a receipt, we can use the receipt on here. The receipt on there was wrong. The receipt on there was wrong. It showed as the only purchase the thing he returned. On top of that, this purchase was made like 3 hours away from this store's location. So that was another fun thing. Eventually my coworker took over on that while I helped other people. And eventually we found out like, oh, okay, so the receipt must have been fucked. Or the receipt printer must have been fucked. Because there was like a gap in the barcode. So the scanning wouldn't work. Also, hi JJ, I'm ranting. My game on PC actually updated in like 5 minutes, whereas usually it takes like 2 hours because my disc, aka download, is just broken on my computer. Fantastic. But she had to call that other location. Be like, hey, do you know what register number this transaction was made? Can you like pull up this transaction on your system? I don't even know what hoop she had to jump through, in all honesty. I just know that she was with this customer for so long. After I was with the customer for like probably 10 minutes. This singular customer that was returning 3 fucking Funkos. Something that should have taken I don't know, a minute. A singular minute. Probably ended up taking an hour. Hi, Knight. And I don't even remember how she resolved it. I just know it was a pain in the ass. And then... Thanks, man. And then a guy traded in PSA cards. And the first register I started doing it at, when he's returning Funko Pop, yeah. No, yeah, Petra. Literally, when he started that, I'm like, I don't know if we even do that. Because I'm fairly certain most, like, merchandise is kind of, like, non-refundable. Or that was my impression, at least. But apparently not. At least with Funkos. It's probably like figures you can probably bring back within 7 days if they're unopened. Yeah, I work at a GameStop night. God, where was I? Yeah, guy comes in to trade 2 PSA graded Pokemon cards. And I had only just learned how to do it on, like, Tuesday. But, like, I have a decent grasp of it at this point. So I scan them, and I'm like, hey, so it'll be, like, 120 in-store credit, or, like, 98 something cash, or, like, it might have been, like, 101 or something, I don't remember. Semantics. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'll take the cash. And it's then that I realize, fuck, this register definitely does not have enough cash. I'm gonna move us over to this register, if you don't mind. And he's like, oh, yeah, cool. That's the other thing I mentioned earlier. The customers, thankfully, were very understanding, very patient, miraculously. But so I couldn't even, like, pause the transaction and just resume it over there. I had to start over. And the fun part about that was this computer, for whatever reason, was, like, partially messing up. Not really even messing up, but when you scan a PSA graded card, we have to make sure, like, the picture shows up showing the correct thing. The one that I started with, perfectly fine. The one in the middle didn't show an image. It showed 404 not found. So that was already a bit of a headache. Thankfully, my coworker was like, oh, no, it's fine. You already saw it on that computer. It's fine. But then, they're like, also, I don't think there's enough cash in that register for this either. I'm like, so I had no reason to move over here. And I'm not moving back. So we had to open the safe. And the safe, you have to put the code in and then wait like 10 minutes. So we're waiting. The guy's just kind of like wandering the store and looking around. Thankfully patient. Waiting. It opens. She's like, oh yeah, it'll just be in like this bag or whatever. So I go, okay. Hit checkout, hit cash, so the register will open. And I look in there. There's enough. There was fairly well over enough for me to have done the transaction. So that 10 minutes was for nothing. So that one was really fun as well. And then I think there was another trade-in that wasn't too much of a hassle. WoW Max. There's not much I could have done about that, Petra. I don't know how much is in the register. My coworker must have wasting customers' time SMG. Yeah, shake my gun. Oh. Ah. And so then the other thing, even after that transaction's over, there's still shit to do. there was a box of distribution that we had to get, like, unpacked and shit that was sitting on the counter behind us, like, on the submachine gun. My gun. And it was sitting there from, like, when I got there to when I left, because we really didn't get a chance to do anything with it. But also, like, after taking the trade in, I have to, like, clean the console, pack it up, get the stickers on the box and everything, get it in the back. And there, like, just was never a break to do this shit. And pretty much same goes for my, the same went for the PSA cards. Because we had to, like, make records of them. Like, in a binder with, like, the serial numbers and shit. And make sure things are packaged correctly. Fun times. And then another guy comes in, and he had apparently, earlier that day, traded in a PS5 for a PlayStation Portal. Word of advice to you all. Never get the PlayStation Portal. I have yet. One day, someone will prove me wrong. I have yet to see someone buy a Portal and not return it day off. Or a day later. No, not the PlayStation Portal. Not portable, Portal. Because he was under the impression, and the employee he got the console from, or got the Portal from, were both under the impression, oh, if you have the highest tier membership with PlayStation Plus, or portable PlayStation, yes and no. If you have the highest tier membership, you can play the Portal. You can play the Portal without having a PlayStation 5. That is only half true, and half might be an over-exaggeration. It's probably more like a fourth true. Yes, you need the subscription, but is only a select handful of games that are in, like, a beta period. And this guy wanted to play, like, Fortnite and COD on his Portal, like, kind of like basic games and shit. Couldn't do it because it's not in that, like, in that beta library. And that's also one of the things that I've seen run into so many times with the Portal, is, like, people going into it thinking, like, oh, it's like a Switch but for PlayStation, when it really isn't. Like, you basically are spending more money to have a portable option for a console you already have. And even then, its connectivity is dog shit, from what I know. And it's not even immune to stick drift either. I don't think I've seen anyone have a good experience with it, which is awesome. So I will bash the Portal every day of my life from this point on. Just get the Steam Deck, yeah. The cardboard cutout of Mr. Clean's dad you have behind you is emitting an especially heavenly glow today. How are you? I'm ranting, so you probably have a good idea, Jack, but work was poo. So that guy, they're just like, how long is review support? This isn't review support, Petra. And you ain't getting one. So my coworker and the guy are just like, okay, we'll get you back your PlayStation 5 because it was yet to be reset, and we'll take the Steam Deck. We'll just, like, reverse this transaction. System didn't like that. System did not like that at all. And when our system doesn't like something in a transaction, it makes sure it knows that we know it doesn't like it. So, you called it a Steam Deck, teehee? You mean Stream Deck? Oh, did I call it a Steam Deck? Okay. The Portal, the shithole, your coworker smashed your new PS5 that you're going to use to stream Demon Souls? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Just like the plan was to just reverse the transaction or like void out the transaction or something, so that he now has his PS5 back and we have the Portal. Didn't work out because our system is made by Satan and made it as difficult as possible. She had to text several coworkers, multiple of which did not respond until after it was already through. One coworker was like, yeah, just call the district manager. And she had to, like, FaceTime the district manager to show, like, oh, yeah, it's not letting us do this because we can't, it's not liking that the transaction isn't being zeroed out and I can't, like, void it post whatever happened. And it's also, like, he also, like, got trade-in credit because obviously a PlayStation 5 is more valuable than the Portal. And he used some of that credit to buy a headset or something, which he didn't remember until like halfway through this process, unfortunately. So it was just a whole fucking debacle. And so also during all of this, the cash wrap is just flooded with boxes. Like boxes of like, oh yeah, we're gonna put these consoles here, or boxes of, oh, this was like distribution that we had to clear out. So we have, like, our walk room is shit. The day's going shit. We get no breaks because people just keep taking, like, 4 hours for each interaction. It's great. It was great. It was great. It was a fun time. 10 out of 10 would again. Oh, at one point, my coworker was on the phone with someone, and she, like, kind of joked with me and a customer about like how she was gonna burn the place down, and then she had her phone like this, and she's like, "Oh shit, I'm still on the phone." Forget I said that. It was a good time. It was a good time. But I think I will be going to bed now that I've yapped long and hard enough. No, Max? Yes, Peter. But I will give another end of Stingle. An end of Spingle. Because I want to go to bed. Max! Petra! My Castoria. A Stingle, yes. So this puts us at 38 pity. Kerblam. Oh, no blade. No blade at all. Ah, pooey. And it's blue. What if it was blue? What if it was multiplication? Look at my Castoria, Max. I'll look at it off stream, Peter. Blech. But yeah, tomorrow. But Max, it is multiplication. Oh my god! Or else I'm gonna Tony Hawking. What does that mean? What does that mean? Stop Tony Hanking your sheesh. But yeah, tomorrow, hopefully early stream. We'll see how things line up. My nose is still stuffed. But hopefully early-ish stream, and I react to the live stream, because I'm not watching it now. And I don't know if anyone's gonna talk about it in the honk. People are probably gonna talk about it in the honk chat. But if anyone here, if you want to talk about it in the honk chat, ideally put it in spoiler text for my sanity. What is the live stream? I think it's in like 8 hours. Like it's early in the morning for me. It's like I want to say it's like 6:30 my time. Like the initial idea for this stream was that I stay up till then. And I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that, sheesh. So 1800. So for you, it's at a fairly reasonable time. Phoenix isn't here. So Phoenix will probably say, "Scammer!" Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Scammer! To anything that is said. Who do you think is going to be sharing live stream stuff? Phoenix, probably. Phoenix. I don't know who's going to be watching it at the time of. So I don't know. I don't know who's going to randomly get a thing spoiling in their shit. But if anyone does share anything, which you're free to do, I just would like if it was spoilered. For my own sanity, so I don't spoil myself, so I have a clean react. You gonna stream the stream? Yeah, that's the plan tomorrow. But not while it's... I'll stream the VOD of the stream. Or we'll try to. And then obviously do Honk dailies and then probably Hector. Will probably be the plan. Doesn't make any sense. You don't make any sense. Just stream the stream. Petra, the stream is at 6:30 my time. I will not be up for that. I'm going to stream the VOD because I won't be awake. Make it make sense. But yeah. Wake up 5. I wake up 5 every time. Okay. Are we the same person? No? Huh, strange, curious, peculiar, very odd. You skibbity. Yeah, on that note, I hope you all have a great night or morning. And if you do end up watching a stream on your own time, have fun and enjoy it. The honk stream, not this. I don't know. I knocked Trubbish over. This is. Petra is a glizzy gobbler. Anyway, yep. Hope you all have a great night. I'll refund your points later, Petra. Fuck you, Petra. Hope you all have a great night, morning, etc. Hasta leche.